Hello, and welcome back to Dark Souls. Today, we're gonna climb to the top of that church and fight a boss. But, before we do that, in between episodes I realized I had enough souls to level up that last point of strength, and now I've equipped this Drake Sword that I spent so long trying to get. So, we're gonna give this thing a test run today. Should be a bit of a damage boost. It's got a couple of nice moves that we can play around with. So, we'll see. We'll see how I do. I don't know, new weapons, some take some getting used to, so maybe I'll just die a bunch. We'll see. My goal is the top of that bell tower to ring the Bell of Awakening. Off to a great start. Although, that hits for 153, that's pretty good. Ow. Alright. I still get stabbed, though. So that's something. Alright. Yeah, that guy's still gone, and after beating that guy with the trident up there, he doesn't respawn anymore. So, let's go up these stairs. Ow. Oh, that didn't work at all. I thought I saw him breaking the position, and so I swung. Much to my chagrin. Wow, that's not a good death at all. Alright, this time with feeling. Hopefully the feeling is not pain as I get stabbed in the face. But it's all good. Getting used to a new weapon. Definitely has more damage. Ha! Alright. I did that without getting damaged that time. That, you know, improvements. Always improving. Until suddenly you're not. Yeah! Parry that. Memory serves, there are a lot of hollows in here. Oh, that's not so bad. Oh, that's awesome. I'm a fan. Oh, I am a big fan of that. Okay, did I get the item over here? I did, okay. You know, I just realized I want to be human for this. Dang. Let me go run back to the bonfire. I'll be right back. Alright, so in trying to get back, I ended up getting invaded. So, I was really just trying to get around that person, and now I'm gonna run up here. Hopefully not get knocked down. Possibly die. We shall see. And I wanted to summon Solaire, and then get through this fog. Whew. Wow. That was something. Welcome, Solaire. I was planning on not doing that in a rush, but oh well. Alright. So, things that happened there is I got invaded by somebody trying to prevent people from getting to the boss, because some people that play this game are jerks. And I got around them and then rushed up and summoned Solaire, because I love summoning Solaire. He's a good guy. He's a sun bro. And now we're in the boss arena, and by entering a boss arena, anybody trying to mess with you in terms of being a PvP kind of scenario, it gets sent home. So anyway, here we are. Boss time. We'll see how I do. It's gargoyle time. This is another enemy that you can get a tail weapon from if I'm able to do that. Oh, wow, this sword does so much damage. Okay. Okay. I really was expecting that to go a little bit differently, but apparently this sword is amazing. So, there we go. There we go. Alright, now we climb up here. Without falling off. And at the top of this tower lies the first of the Bells of Awakening. So, that's fantastic. Hurrah! Wow, really, the expressionless face really sells that one. Alright, cool. So, what next? Oh. Hello. You look like you're asking me to hit you. I'm not gonna do that, though.
Greetings. I am Oswald of Karim, the pardon. Thou art a friend. For thee, a warm welcome. Cometh thou to confess, or to accuse? For indeed all sin is my domain.
Huh. I really like his hat. It's a cool helm. Okay, gesture. Excellent. I have not sinned. Okay, good. Report trespass of invader. Slip sold by Bishop of Velka, goddess of sin. If you were killed by an invader, use this to report the crime of that trespasser. The addicted player will be added to a list of unfortunate souls who will one day face the wrath of the blades of the dark moon. Oh. That's cool. So anybody that invades me as a red spirit will, like, if they beat me, then I can then use this item to basically give them sin, indict them, and then a later covenant in the game, anybody who's a member of that can then invade them as retribution. That's cool. Honestly, can grab more than one? Okay, I'll grab 5. Just in case I die multiple times to those guys. Homeward Bones, I have 7. Those are really helpful. Book of the Guilty. Check the list of indicted players. The goddess of Sin Velka oversees this list of the guilty who have disrespected the gods or their covenants and shall one day face the wrath of the blades of the dark moon. Interesting. Oh, oops. Karmic Justice, a miracle. 40,000. Wow. Okay. Miracle of the Black-Haired Witch Velka. Temporarily auto-counter versus heavy damage. For each sin there is a punishment, and it is the task of Goddess Velka to define the sin and mete out the punishment. That sounds cool. Got a talisman, which I might want. Maybe? I don't know. Doesn't seem better than the one I have. Medium for casting miracles of the gods. This black tuft of hair that serves as a talisman belongs to Velka, goddess of sin. It casts miracles, not by drawing upon faith, but intelligence. Oh, I do not want that then. That's a hard pass. Blood Bite Ring, boosts bleeding resistance. Poison Bite, boosts poison resistance. Ring of Sacrifice, lose nothing. It's occurring to me I need to run through items that I've collected and read them. One of the infamous bite rings, commissioned by Sir Arster of Karim. Despite the dreadful rumors surrounding its creation, this ring is an unmistakable asset in its ability to help prevent bleeding. Same thing, but for poison. The mystical ring was created in a sacrificial rite of Velka, the goddess of sin. Its wearer will lose nothing upon death, but the ring itself breaks. Those are all good. Actually, instead of leveling, I might grab this.
Stocking up on indulgence? How honorable of you.
Honor might be it, or I might just want to get revenge on those that slay me. We'll see. Oh, I forget if I've mentioned this, but all of these blood stains on the ground, I can check and see how that person died. Their last 10 seconds of battle or whatever. Oh, they got smashed by a gargoyle. How about this one? Rolling, rolling. Oh, the rolling didn't work. Anyway. Feels kind of silly that I summoned Solaire for that fight. It turns out I really didn't need it. But no worries. Okay, so let me think about for a moment what I want to go do next. Alright, so upon thinking about it and consulting my notes, well, really a to-do list, it seems like a good time to sort of just run back to the bonfire and read some items, because we cleared the boss of the area, we have a shortcut back to Firelink Shrine, and then I think next episode we'll knock off a couple of the things on my to-do list. Alright, so no better place to do this than at the bonfire. Not that I can do it while actually sitting at the bonfire, but alright, starting with the basics. Estus Flask. The undead treasure these dull green flasks, filled with Estus at bonfire, fills HP. The Estus Flasks are linked to the Firekeepers. The Dark Tales also make reference. An emerald flask from the Keeper's soul, she lives to protect the flame, and dies to protect it further. Which tells me that there's some relationship to the Firekeepers, which makes sense, because I can strengthen this with Firekeeper soul. Sunlight metal. This faintly warm metal engraved with the symbol of the sun is the ultimate honor, awarded to those who summon the warrior of sunlight and complete a goal. The symbol represents Lord Gwyn's firstborn, who lost his deity status and was expunged from the annals. But the old god of war still watches closely over his warriors. Cracked Red Eye Orb. Invade another world. Hollows cannot use this item. Defeat the master of the world you've invaded to acquire humanity. The Cracked Red Eye Orb allows players to temporarily imitate this ability normally limited to the Dark Wraiths of Kaf. Black Separation Crystal. This black crystal, long a symbol of farewell, is granted to banished undead. The crystal sends phantoms back to their homes, or sends you back to yours. Beware of fickle use of this item if you intend to nurture relations. Firebomb. Bisque urn filled with black powder. Explodes, inflicting fire damage. Relatively powerful ranged weapon, especially in situations calling for fire damage. Like if I wanted to take out an armored boar, for instance. A very precious item at low levels. Many warriors use these to augment their strategic repertoire. Oops. Black Firebomb. Black Bisque urn filled with black powder. Explodes, inflicting fire damage. Powerful ranged weapon, especially in situations calling very... Black Firebombs are especially destructive. Okay, these are just a bigger... or a more potent version of the Firebomb. Throwing Knife. Used as a projectile. Throwing knives have limited range and accuracy compared to arrows, but offer a quick and easy ranged attack. Undead who lack other means of ranged attacks will do well to stock a few of these. Gold Pine Resin. A rare pine resin which emits golden sparks. Applies lightning to right-hand weapon. Affected weapon inflicts rare lightning damage, making it effective against targets which are resilient to both magic and fire. Very effective against dragon family foes. Fantastic. A Lloyd's Talisman. Talisman utilized by Allfather Lloyd's cleric knights to hunt down the undead. Blocks Estus recovery within a limited area. In the outside world, the undead are accursed creatures, and Lloyd's cleric knights are widely praised for their undead hunts. This blessed talisman blocks undead recovery, allowing the knights to fight with impunity. Alluring Skull. A skull with meekly lingering souls. Throw to shatter and spread souls to attract certain types of enemies. Souls are a concentration of life, and the life-starved hollows are lured by its power. Not effective for all enemies. I don't think I've ever really used this effectively. Like, I know it has purposes, but I don't know when to use it really. Homeward Bone. Bone fragment reduced to white ash. Returned to last bonfire used for resting. Bonfires are fueled by bones of the undead. In rare cases, the strong urge of their previous owners to seek bonfires enchants their bones with a homeward instinct. Large soul of a lost undead, who was long ago gone hollow. Used to acquire souls. Souls are the source of all life, and whether undead or even hollow, one continues to seek them. Firekeeper Soul. Soul of a long-lost firekeeper. Each firekeeper is a corporeal manifestation of her bonfire and a draw for the humanity which is offered to her. Her soul is gnawed by infinite humanity and can boost the power of precious Estus flasks. It can be used to gain humanity and restore HP at the cost of losing the Firekeeper soul to reinforce the Estus flasks. Humanity. Rare, tiny black sprite found on corpses. Used to gain 1 humanity and restore a large amount of HP. This black sprite is called humanity, but little is known about its true nature. If the soul is the source of all life, then what distinguishes the humanity we hold within ourselves? Rubbish. With no value. Who in their right mind would bother carrying this around? Perhaps you need help. Haha, very funny, Dark Souls. Copper coin. A coin made of copper. Its face shows Old Man McLoif, god of medicine and drink. Even coins of great value in the world of men have little value in Lordran, where the accepted currency is souls. Those who dream of returning to the outside world are fond of carrying these around. Titanite Shard, for weapon reinforcement. Most common Titanite material, reinforces standard weapons up to +5. Titanite shards are fragments of the legendary slabs. Titanite is etched into weapons to reinforce it. A Titanite chunk, for weapon reinforcement. Not found outside of Lordran. Reinforces standard weapons to +14, and crystal lightning weapons to +4. With the discovery of chunks in Lordran, the race to locate the legendary slabs has begun. But could they be mere myth? Twinkling Titanite. This weapon reinforcing Titanite is imbued with a particularly powerful energy. Reinforces weapons that cannot be reinforced normally to +5. After this Titanite was peeled from its slab, it is said that it received a special power, but its specific nature is not clear. This is for used on, unique rare weapons, like, I believe, the Drake Sword that I'm currently using. Dungeon cell key. Key to the dungeon of the Undead Asylum to the north. A mysterious knight, without saying a word, shoved a corpse down into the cell, and on its person was this key. Who was this knight, and what was his purpose? There may be no answers, but one must still forge ahead. Undead Asylum F. Floor 2 East Key. Key to the iron bars on the east side of the second floor of the North Undead Asylum. The Undead Asylum is a giant undead prison, segmented by countless iron bars. Even if an undead were to escape from a cell, passage to the outside world would not be gained easily. Big Pilgrim's Key. Key to the inner door of the Undead Asylum, main hall. Big key belonging to a chosen undead pilgrim. But this chosen undead knows not what this pilgrimage has in store. Ah, apparently I am the pilgrim. I think. Because I hold this, and I was... you know what? Whatever. I don't know. Residence key. Key to a residence in the Undead Burg. Simple, sturdy design of the locks in the burg keep out unwanted visitors. But this is a standard key in these parts, and will open several residences. Not as secure as it might be. Mystery key. The purpose of this key is unknown. It appears to be a basic prison cell key. Basement key. Opens the narrow passage leading below at the far face of the Great Bridge in the Undead Burg. The lower Undead Burg is a treacherous place. Do not turn your back on the wily thieves or the wild dogs who serve the Capra demon. Heal. An elementary miracle cast by clerics restores HP. To cast a miracle, the caster learns a tale of the gods and says a prayer to be blessed by its revelations. Heal is the shortest of such miraculous tales. Short sword as a small straight sword is widely used to an extent only matched by the long sword. An accessible sword which inflicts consistent regular damage and high thrust damage, making it applicable to a variety of situations. The Drake Sword. This sword, one of the rare dragon weapons, is formed by a drake's tail. Drakes are seen as undeveloped imitators of the dragons, but in they are likely their... That sentence doesn't quite make sense. Drakes are seen as undeveloped imitators of the dragons, but they are likely their distant kin. The sword is imbued with a mystical power to be released when held in both hands. Oh, that's the power move that I did by accident. Broken straight sword. Half of the blade of this straight sword is broken off. Only the completely hollowed would even consider using this as a weapon. It's the one I started with. Straight sword hilt. The hilt of this lost sword was found discarded in the Undead Asylum. Only slightly better than one's bare hands, and not recommended for extensive use. Be certain to find a replacement quickly. Gargoyle tail axe. This is what I got off the boss just now. Sliced tail of the gargoyle guarding the Bell of Awakening in the Undead Church, or patrolling in Anor Londo. Can be used as a bronze battle axe. Bends dramatically during large attacks, owing to its nature as a tail. Can I use this? I can. Ooh. Oh no. No, I can't. I need 2 more dexterity. Okay. This definitely goes on the list of things I want to play around with, though. We'll see how it actually is. Simple wooden club. This simple bladeless strike weapon is effective against most foes, is easily handled, and can break the guard of a shield. However, a single miss makes one wide open, so timing and proximities are crucial. The mace, an iron hammer with a protrusive pommel. Standard weapon for clerics. This simple bladeless strike weapon is effective against most foes and can break the guard of a shield. However, one miss leaves one wide open. The winged spear. A long hilted spear with a barbed point. Long reach and can be used with the shield up. Effective against hard exteriors and hits for high damage at the right moment of an enemy's swing. But the hit radius is small and it is easily blocked by shields. The halberd. Long hilted weapon mixing spear and axe is difficult to handle, requiring both strength and dexterity. The halberd has 2 elementary attacks, spear-like thrusting and large sweeping swings. However, one false swing and the wielder is left wide open. Balder leggings. Leggings worn by the knights of the ancient kingdom of Balder. They are made from thick iron plates. Balder was the homeland of the Night King Rendel, but it came to ruin after a great many undead were spawned. Were spawned? That makes it sound like somebody did that, instead of it just being a natural occurrence. Holy robe. Robe donned by men of the cloth. Though plain to the eye, its hardy fabric repels rain and keeps the body warm. Those dissatisfied with church teachings must test their faith by going on a spiritual journey. Such is the ritual self-purification of the Way of the White. Traveling gloves. Thick, sturdy gloves made for travelers on extended journeys. I think I qualify for that. Old Witch's Ring. Old ring from an old witch. Engraved minutely with indecipherable script, but seemingly useless. Okay, that should be about it. Thanks for joining, and next time, we're gonna get to my to-do list. Farewell.